Today we want to look at how do you get your employees to open up with their full heart. This comes from a conversation I was having with a client of mine. He's the leader of a sales team. He's got 35 people that he's trying to activate to a higher level. And I asked him one of those coaching questions that no one really understands the answer to, so we had to think about it for a second. That question was, in order to get your employees to behave differently inside the sales process and be motivated to the goals, what do you need from them? He thought about it, reflected, and he said, I need them to open up to me and tell me what's really going on. Open up with their full heart. And I thought that was a tremendous answer. Now my next question was, so how do you do that? And he goes, well, I asked them to. That's the best thing I know. And I said, well, let me challenge you a little bit here. I'm giving you this scenario back and forth because I want you to understand a little bit about the coaching experience. This is all about looking behind the scenes. I share with you some of the experiences that my clients have had, some of these questions, and this particular story is about getting your people to open up. And the best way I know to do that is not to ask them directly. Think about it for a second. If someone asked you to open up and say, what's really going on? Tell me what's the matter. Typically you're guarded. You're not really sure how to respond to that. What do they really mean? And so the best thing you can do is lead by example. Now we know this as leaders when we have to get out there on the front lines, in the trenches with our employees. If we lead by example about being organized, about communicating well, whatever it may be, that we have better results because people, don't care about what you say, but they care about what you do. And so they want to see you lead by example. And in this situation, when you want your employees to open up their full heart to you and tell you what's really going on, you've got to make sure you lead by example, which means you've got to be vulnerable. I don't know where in our world we thought vulnerability was actually a weakness because there's so much research and so many books out there about how vulnerability is such a powerful force inside of how we connect and relate to people. And today we're going to talk about being vulnerable by leading by example. If you're willing to share a piece of you, maybe it's something you don't want people to know about you. If you're willing to open up and share that in context to what you want them to share with you, you're leading by example. You're giving them a picture of what it looks like to be open, to be vulnerable. And this is the best way I know to engage someone to open themselves up to you. This can be done one-on-one. This can also be done in small groups. Bigger groups, it gets a little bit harder. But if you truly want to activate a new level of thinking and you want people to open up, you've got to lead by example. This whole video is about you understanding that there might be a different way to get what you want. And all you have to do is think about it differently. That's easier said than done. My job as a coach is to support and challenge my clients. I'm here to support and challenge you as best I can inside this video. To open yourself up, lead by example, be vulnerable, share your full heart, especially if you want them to open up back to you. There's a lot of benefits behind this. Just a few off the top of my head are loyalty, trust, better communication, better transparency. All of these things lead to people understanding each other, feeling understood. And if you want your employees to be open with you, the best way to do that is to lead by example. Today, I share all this with you so that you can become an extraordinary leader, become someone who is worthy of following. And if you want to take that further, I want to invite you to come in to check out some of the things we have going on inside our business. At genehammett.com, you can find more free content if that's what you want. But if you really want support, you want someone to help you walk through what's missing and have a conversation with you and get really customized, it's absolutely free. If you feel like you're a good fit for coaching, you want to go a little bit further with the growth of your company, then just go to genehammett.com, go to Start Your Journey, and it'll be a place where I can connect and I can help serve you and help guide you and see what's missing. Maybe it's the blind spots. Maybe it's just a new strategy or perspective that has to be understood so that you can move forward. But if you feel a little bit lost or lonely and you want that clarity, make sure you go to genehammett.com. I'm here to serve you. All this to be said, this is behind the scenes of Grow Think Tank. I love serving you to be extraordinary leaders, increase the impact that your culture has to go beyond where you are today, to create a company that's more valuable tomorrow and down the road than it is today. As always, lead with courage. We'll see you next time.